So last year, with the amount of people that we had, we were able to get 26 participants to enter with friends and family.
With the people that you spent the journey with, it's really good. You come back into the workplace and everyone's reflecting on it, telling the stories from Kokoda. And for everyone that didn't go, I think secretly they're super jealous, but they get really sick of everyone else talking about Kokoda all the time because it's just such a cool thing to talk about.
Multiplex came together as a group and it was excellent because we had a group of probably about 16 people. They're all walking together at one point. It really gives you a sense of teamwork, mateship and accomplishment.
When it's 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. and you've been walking for 19, 20 hours already, everyone that you're around is raw, and the interaction and the motivation that comes from people is not fake, it's real. And people that you're around gain a lot of respect for, and they gain a lot of respect for you.
I think it helps you overcome everyday challenges and long-term challenges. I think it really teaches you how to be strong and push through, and there is a finish line there, and I think that it just resonates with everyday life.
It's just fun. To me, that's the main thing about it. It's a fun thing to do, and it's grueling. And there's all that deep and meaningful stuff about pushing yourself and challenging, and all that can be a bit daunting, but I don't think that's the focus. Just get out there and go, have fun with it.
Animal Emergency Services Gold Coast is a very volatile, unpredictable and stressful work environment. It's very rewarding, but I could see that Kokoda Challenge had a parallel set of values that overlaid very nicely on our organisation.
The benefits to us as a team have been potentially more in the training than the actual event. Having different people not even involved in Kokoda has probably been the biggest benefit, and the discussions on the floor. So it creates conversation. But the day of, once you go past halfway after 48 kilometres, that's when everyone starts getting sore, tired, and you really push your boundaries at that time.
Something I take away from the challenge every time I do it is that you're just stronger than you think you are. You always seem to push through, even with physical or mental kind of barriers. You manage to just push through with your teammates.
I've seen our veterinary manager go to be a veterinary leader through the process. I've seen team members that require some management. That evaporates after Kokoda. After you've had 7 veterinarians go through such an arduous event over many months, there's no management required. They are invested in the organisation, they're more resilient, and I think grateful, because only through hardship can you really appreciate the things that we've got.
One of the big motivators for Spantech, and for me for that matter, was we're in a position where we could do extended fundraising through golf days and sausage sizzles and other bits and pieces. We managed to be the leading fundraiser in 2014, and the reward was that in 2015 we got to walk the Kokoda track, which was a mind-blowing experience.
Once we went to New Guinea, that really put the icing on the cake, because we really understood about the soldiers and what they did. But the main thing was what this organisation does for the kids and how it goes through. So we were really keen to raise money and offer this to assist the cause.
You'll never understand it until you try it. And I think that's the premise for any boundary you ever want to break. You'll never understand it until you try it.
Let's face it, when you cross that line after 28, 29, 34 hours, it's a feeling of absolute ecstasy and joy, and knowing that you've done something that's really worthwhile.
When you're out in Kokoda and there's no light pollution, you're just under the stars with other people, the only way you're going to get through it is by relying on your teammates to motivate you and trusting them to get you through it, as well as they trust you to get them through it. And I think relating that back into a team environment in the workplace is incredibly important, because the only way you can build a construction project from the ground up is by relying on your teammates and them relying on you to get the job done.
It taught me a lot about myself, about my family, and I certainly learned a lot about the soldiers, what they did over there in New Guinea, and especially the people that have got this organisation together are so special.